It's May 10th, and the strange side of history awaits. Today, we have a flight ending in flames, a split second that almost changed history, and a night where knowledge itself was set on fire. Let's begin. On May 10, 1785, crowds gathered in the Irish town of Tullamore to witness something that most people had never seen before: a giant hot air balloon rise into the sky. To the people below, it must have looked almost supernatural. The balloon drifted upwards, above rooftops, carried by a basket of burning straw and hot air. Children pointed towards the sky, and villagers cheered. But then, the winds changed. The balloon began to drift lower and lower, no longer controlled by anyone on the ground. Witnesses helplessly watched as the burning craft was pushed towards a tightly packed thatched homes along Barak Street. Then it struck. The flaming balloon clashed into a chimney and exploded into fire. Within moments, dry rooftops ignited like tinder. The flames leapt house for house, and families fled into the night, carrying what they could save. By the time the fire finally burned out, more than 100 homes and businesses had been destroyed, leaving much of Tullamore in ruins. Today, many historians consider this the first major aviation disaster, and it happened barely 2 years after the hot air balloon had been invented. On May 10, 2005, thousands of people packed into Freedom Square in Georgia to hear U.S. President George W. Bush speak beside Georgian President Mikhail Saakashvili. But somewhere in the crowd was a 27-year-old named Vladimir, waiting with a live Soviet-made hand grenade hidden beneath a red tartan handkerchief. As Bush addressed the crowd behind bulletproof glass, he suddenly threw the grenade towards the stage. The weapon sailed through the air, passing over 100 people, and then landed feet from where the president stood. For several horrifying seconds, nobody realized what had happened. The grenade had struck a spectator and dropped into the crowd without exploding. Hidden beneath a cloth, the grenade's safety lever had failed to release properly. It was still fully live. Investigators later revealed if the grenade had detonated, the explosion could have ripped through dozens of people in the packed square, but somehow it never went off. 2 months later, the police tracked him to a small apartment. During the raid, a gunfire erupted, leaving one officer dead before the assassin was finally captured alive. In the end, a single piece of cloth may have prevented an international catastrophe. On May 10, 1933, fires began to rise into the night sky across Germany. In Berlin's Opernplatz, thousands of university students marched through the street carrying torches, flags, and armfuls of books. Crowds gathered beneath the glow of the bonfires as military music echoed through the square. To many watching, it looked almost like a celebration, but the books being thrown into the flames were not random. They were works written by people the Nazi regime wanted to erase. Jewish authors, pacifists, political critics, scientists, and philosophers. The writings of Albert Einstein, Sigmund Freud, and countless others were ripped apart and hurled into the fire while crowds cheered. That night, more than 25,000 books were destroyed in Berlin alone, and the burning didn't stop there. Across dozens of German cities, students and officials hunted through libraries, universities, searching the shelves for forbidden words. Some authors would later flee the country, others would die in concentration camps, and many people watching the fires still didn't understand what was beginning. And years earlier, one German writer had issued a warning: where they burn the books, they will ultimately burn the people. The flames in Berlin started that one night, but the consequences lasted generations. Another day, another strange bite from history. Like, comment, and subscribe. Your next eerie dose is just a day away.